Konoha is in danger. Momoshiki will take over after Boruto runs out of chakra, following Jura's successful attempt to paralyze him with a Bijuu Dama laser from a distance. But do you believe Momoshiki will take over in the next episode? I have another theory based on references from the Boruto anime. During chapters 1 to 12, we never saw Boruto in a truly dire situation. He always managed to defeat every enemy. But this time, he's really on the brink of death. Could this cause Momoshiki to take over Boruto's body? It's possible, because Masashi Kishimoto always manages to surprise us with the unexpected. For example, when Boruto was slaughtered by Isshiki, who would have thought that the fight would be over when Kawaki managed to trick him with the kagebunshin? An unexpected thing happened when Boruto was dying and the chakra in his body was completely depleted. Maybe with that it will look very ordinary if in the next episode there is no continued battle. I still expect something we don't expect to happen in the next chapter. So what do you think, guys? So let's talk about the big problem that will happen in the next episode. I really hope you give your opinion as Boruto fans on what will happen in the next episode. The return of Momoshiki in the Boruto story is the most anticipated by readers of the current Boruto manga. The incident where Boruto was hit by Jura's attack will undoubtedly cause Momoshiki to protect the only vessel he has. Momoshiki's appearance will actually also trigger the untruth of the facts that the people of Konoha have known so far. If Momoshiki goes berserk, surely the people in Konoha will be confused about why Boruto can suddenly become a different person after his karma is active. So let's talk about Momoshiki and Boruto. Some theories and speculations on what happened to Boruto in Chapter 13. We all understand what the trigger might be for Momoshiki to take over Boruto's body. But if Momoshiki does take over, would his presence in Konoha village be a good sign for Boruto, allowing him to gain the trust of the people? The answer is likely no. Even though Sarada and Sumire may explain that Boruto is being controlled by Momoshiki, the villagers of Konoha will only see the damage caused by Momoshiki's presence. And it's not seeing the wrong facts that they have been right. The fact that Boruto is an outsider and not the biological son of the Hokage becomes a fact that strengthens the people of Konoha to hate Boruto even more if he really killed Naruto. However, if he turns out to be Naruto's real son, but he still brings destruction to Konoha, then people will think Boruto is a disaster. So there is no difference in revealing the facts about Momoshiki. But remember, this only applies to common people, for example, ordinary shinobi like Nishi. While Konohamaru, Shikamaru, and Ino will have a different point of view because they already have a strong bond with Naruto, so we'll rethink the facts that are considered wrong, but they have been right all this time. But the point is that Konoha Village does not belong to them. Konoha Village belongs to everyone who lives there, including shinobi and others. So the most votes are the most dominating. In addition to talking about the effects of Momoshiki's appearance in Konoha Village, we will also talk about the potential power that Momoshiki will unleash if he really appears after Boruto is dying. We see that one of the odd stories during Boruto's childhood story is the absence of special abilities that Momoshiki has while he is possessing Boruto's body. We only always see Momoshiki using Boruto's abilities that are amplified by his large chakra. It's not about whether Borushiki can use the power of Byakugan or Rinnegan. The thing is that when we saw Momoshiki fighting with Naruto, there were many abilities that Momoshiki showed at that time. Some may say that a vessel cannot access power to that extent, but the facts are very different. When we look at Jigen and Kawaki are able to bring out all the abilities that Isshiki has shown when he fought with Naruto. We can assume that the more of Momoshiki's karma Boruto possesses, the more likely it is for Boruto to unlock all of Momoshiki's potential power, especially now that Boruto has become 100% Otsutsuki. First, let's discuss the possibility of why Boruto can access Momoshiki's true power. The most basic clue is that Boruto has become 100% Otsutsuki. This is supported by the fact that Kawaki can use Isshiki's abilities since he has 80% of Isshiki's karma. Presumably, even in this episode and beyond, Kawaki still retains 80% of Ishiki's karma. However, the karma reconstructed by Amado only added Akebi's, not Ishiki's. What is curious here is how Kawaki can manifest Ishiki's unique dojutsu with the triangle in his eye. His eyes now resemble those isshiki used against Naruto, indicating that Kawaki has more fully mastered the power of the dojutsu. So based on that logic, Boruto doesn't need to be 100% Otsutsuki to be able to use Momoshiki's ability. But Boruto never used Momoshiki's ability for some reason. There are two possibilities that could have happened. First, Kawaki was already 100% Otsutsuki, or there was something special about his karmic seal ability. Both possibilities are equally plausible, but let's talk about the first one. Kawaki being able to become 100% Otsutsuki is supported by Code's words, who once said that Boruto and Kawaki are now fully Otsutsuki. However, what Code said is contrary to what we have seen, because Kawaki's karma had disappeared when he had only reached 80% of the extraction. That is also why Isshiki had to resurrect Jigen's body, because Kawaki had not extracted 100% of Ishiki's karma. The fact that we see this is not wrong, but try to look carefully. When did Code say that Kawaki had become a full Otsutsuki? He said it after seeing the battle between Borushiki and Kawaki. From that battle, he immediately concluded that Kawaki was already a full Otsutsuki. How can he conclude like that? If we analyze it, it seems that Code's conclusion comes from Kawaki's karma that suddenly reappeared. This means that Kawaki, who has become Otsutsuki, is entirely caused by Amado. Because as we know, Amado has implanted Kawaki's karma after he repaired Kawaki's arm, which was destroyed by Delta's attack. This means that Amado has added a component to Kawaki's body that causes Kawaki to become a full Otsutsuki and at the same time awakens his karma. Does this make sense? Boruto was once in Kawaki's position, where the extracted by his karma had only reached 82%. Then when Boruto was killed by Kawaki, Momoshiki immediately used some of his unextracted karma to heal the wounds on Boruto's body. As a result of this incident, Momoshiki's unextracted karma has turned into a component of Boruto's body that repairs Boruto's damaged body components. Now let's look at Kawaki. How is Kawaki different from Boruto? Nothing at all. Kawaki is the same. His body parts were damaged by Delta's laser attack, but he did not die like Boruto because he was not hit in his vital parts. Even so, his hand was lost due to Delta's attack. Then how does Amado return Kawaki's hand? That is a big question mark. The clue is in the Boruto anime, episode 212. A scene shows Kashinkoji and Amado discussing a cell fragment. But from that, it is not explained in detail what is meant by the cell said by Amado and Kashinkoji. But I suspect that some of these cell fragments are, maybe, part of Shibai Otsutsuki's body. It was most likely Shibai's cell fragments that had turned Kawaki into 100% Otsutsuki. Even though Kawaki is already a full Otsutsuki, that doesn't mean he already has 100% Isshiki karma. Still, the extracted Isshiki karma is 80%, and the other 20% is likely Shibai Otsutsuki and Akebi. If Kawaki, who has become Otsutsuki, can fully use Ishiki's abilities, what about Boruto? Boruto should also be the same as Kawaki. And the sign that Boruto can already use Momoshiki's ability is that he can see the future. You should be aware that when Boruto can see the future seen by Momoshiki, he is already 100% Otsutsuki. This means that Boruto is getting closer to being able to use all of Momoshiki's abilities. And I got to thinking, maybe the reason Momoshiki never used the power he had when he possessed Boruto's body was that Boruto at that time had not yet become 100% Otsutsuki. We haven't seen Momoshiki possess Boruto's body again when he was fully Otsutsuki. The last time we saw Momoshiki possess Boruto's body was when Boruto had become a full-fledged Otsutsuki, but Momoshiki did not unleash his abilities. He was just trying to help Kawaki get free from the Konoha shinobi siege. This means that in the next story, when Momoshiki reappears by possessing Boruto's body, he will appear in full force. But if it coincides with Boruto's defeat against Jura, is it certain that Momoshiki will side with Konoha? But usually, Momoshiki will prioritize the person who is Boruto's enemy first, rather than following his own instincts. So that's the conclusion when Momoshiki appears in the next episode. So what do you think, guys? Like and subscribe. I'm Nim. See you in the next episode. Bye-bye, guys.